To ensure the safety of our solar system, Klendathu must be eliminated.
With his 1959 sci-fi novel, Starship Troopers, Robert A. Heinlein introduced us to a futuristic world where the global united front of Earth has to face off against gigantic aliens that look like bugs. The novel inspired the 1997 film of the same name and was directed by Paul Verhoeven. Soon, the movie spawned an entire franchise that we have all come to know and love. Today, let's explore all the known bug planets in the Klendathu System, the home system of the bugs, or Arachnids. Strap into your spaceships, as the ride is about to start. Before we get into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. The Klendathu System. Before we explore all the planets in the system, let's first learn a few things about the Klendathu System. This system is somewhere inside the Arachnid Quarantine Zone, a spatial region on the far side of the Milky Way galaxy. The Klendathu System has two stars that are gravitationally bound to each other. The gravitation is so high that the stars have produced an asteroid belt, which provides an endless supply of ammunition for the bugs to attack our planet. There are three known planets in the Klendathu System. They are Klendathu, Planet P, and Tango Urilla. Now, let's find out all we can about each planet. Klendathu. Klendathu is the homeworld of the bugs. The bugs, which are formerly called pseudo-arachnids in the novel, are also referred to as archies. Although the atmosphere of Klendathu is quite breathable and habitable, the planet is extremely barren and arid. It's also full of mountains, making it quite difficult for humans if they ever intended to establish a colony here. Bugs of this planet drew first blood by launching meteorite attacks on Earth and demolished Buenos Aires. So, Earth decided to retaliate, and Sky Marshal Deans of the global government of United Citizen Federation launched a full-scale invasion on Klendathu. Unfortunately, the Federation bit off more than they could chew, and the invasion was an utter flop. The Federation had grossly underestimated the brute force and strength of the bugs, and 100,000 lost their lives within an hour, and the entire invasion affected 308,563 mobile infantry who were either killed or suffered grievous injuries. After the disaster of the first bug war, Deans resigned, and Tahat Mero took his place as the Sky Marshal. She believed that to take over Klendathu, humans must first learn everything they can about the creatures, and commanded Terran forces to first rid the Arachnid colonies on other planets of the Klendathu System. Tango Urilla. In the cinematic universe, we first learn about the planet Tango Urilla when a mobile infantry unit titled Roughnecks 20, led by Lieutenant Jean Razik, was dispatched onto it to rid the planet of all the bug colonies inhabiting it. The Roughnecks started with an airstrike that helped them land on the terrain without much resistance from the bugs, and they used nuclear rocket launchers to clear out the bug holes. This invasion was mostly successful, and soldiers believed that they were going to complete their mission soon. But then, a tanker bug attacked them with plasma spray. The tanker's assault was formidable and unstoppable, till Johnny Rico attacked it with a grenade and blew it up. After clearing Tango Urilla, the mobile infantry celebrated with music, alcohol, dancing, and football. But this merriment did not last for long, as soon they received distress calls from their colleagues over on Planet P and had to leave. We gain more info about Tango Urilla from Starship Troopers, the role-playing game. The Federation's military branch, the Strategically Integrated Coalition of Nations, or simply called SciCon, decided to establish a colony on Tango Urilla as a sign of their possession of the nearby Altair system and to begin communication with the recently discovered mysterious aliens. But the aliens seemingly left for good, and the colony never really made any progress on its mission. The colony has been named Altair City. Like all planets in the Klendathu System, Tango Urilla is very rocky, but its mountains are far smoother than any other nearby planet. Since the planet is so far away from the Earth's solar system, the colony had a hard time getting settled. It was extremely close to Klendathu, and people weren't sure that the colony was safe against hostile alien life. Because of this, only 20,000 or so people initially made Tango Urilla their home, and the population remained below this for the first decade. After there weren't any serious military threats during these days, the fears of the humans were laid to rest, and the number of colonists began to rise. Since there aren't many people here, they generate more food and raw materials than they need to survive, and have gained a reputation as a supply world. but they have a great system of dealing with the leftovers. The excess food and raw materials are picked up from Tango Urilla by Psychon and either stockpiled or sent to Luna Base, the base on Earth's moon. On Luna, they get processed and distributed. Tango Urilla's proximity to the Altair system is a major problem for the colonists as it is surrounded by an ionic nebula. This nebula keeps interfering with the systems of starships, making it very difficult to travel to the planet. So, unless there is an absolute need, starships do not have any intention of visiting Tango Urilla, which has caused the colony to suffer from a lack of certain supplies. Sometimes they have too little and sometimes nothing at all, but there isn't anything they can do about it. Because of the previous predatory inhabitants of the planet, the colonists are always in fear of losing their lives. Every now and then, there are also rumors of bug activity in nearby space or even on the planet itself. But Psychon takes these rumors seriously and thoroughly investigates them, assuring the colonists that there is nothing to be scared of. All the residents of the colony used to get along more or less peacefully till the retention index numbers from Psychon were leaked. Tango Urilla had secured a very low rank, which understandably angered many residents since they contributed a lot of raw materials to the Federation. This was a major point of rift and divided the colonists into separatists and loyalists. Separatists want to detach from the Federation for not valuing them, while loyalists believe that it is impossible to live peacefully without the support of the Federation and defense offered by Psychon. The loyalists hate the separatists and believe they will cause Tango Urilla's ranking to fall further down. One of the many reasons for Tango Urilla's low ranking is the lack of corporate investment and involvement in the planet's economy. The farmland and mines are all operated by the citizens and they work for each other, not a huge corporation. Although this might seem ideal, since there is no huge organization on Earth pushing for the protection of their economic interests on the planet, it's easy for the Terran Federation to forget them. Tango Urilla follows the same laws put forth by the Federation that are followed on Earth, but there isn't any major criminal activity on the planet due to its tiny population. There is a leader and a governor to look after the administrative duties of the colony, and both of them work from the federal building in Altair City. There isn't much tourism appeal on the planet, and the only visitors Tango Urilla gets are astronomers who want to study the Altair System's ionic nebula or the Tango Cloud, and geologists who are interested in studying the composition and rocks of the planet. If you ever wanted to get a feel of Tango Urilla, you could visit the Badlands National Park in South Dakota, as this is where all the scenes of the planet were shot. Planet P. The final planet that we know about in the Klendathu system is Planet P. Planet P has an extremely rocky terrain, and its canyons are as sharp as a knife. The novelty is smaller than our Earth, and has a surface gravity of 0.7. That's very less compared to Earth, which has a surface gravity of 9.8. The only known planet in our solar system that has gravity as less as this planet is the dwarf planet Pluto. If you weighed 140 pounds on Earth, your weight on Planet P would be just around 8 or 9 pounds. There are many oceans on Planet P, and they are all very cold. The majority of flora found here is lichenous. There is only one continent on Planet P, and it's so small that it would barely make up half the size of Australia. There are also tiny islands scattered all around the planet. The atmosphere of Planet P is rich in ozone and has substantial amounts of nitrous oxide, making it hard for humans to breathe in it for long. The primary inhabitants of Planet P are brain bugs and queen bugs. So, the mission launched by the United Citizen Federation to cleanse this planet of bugs was called Operation Royalty, to capture all the royal bugs. Blackie's Blackguards, a mobile infantry unit, captured a brain bug successfully. Before they could capture the queen, the warrior bugs killed her, choosing a dead queen over an imprisoned one. Now let's move on to the cinematic lore of Planet P. The full name of the planet is Planet P Venta Monis. With 3 moons, the planet orbits the 2 suns of the Klendathu System. The mobile infantry had managed to install an outpost on Planet P, which was called the Whiskey Output. All the humans in this output were finished off by bugs, and they cleverly sent distress signals to the Roughnecks over on Tango Urilla. The outpost's commanding officer, General Owen, was the sole survivor of the attack and had saved himself by hiding. When the Roughnecks arrived, they discovered how the bugs sent the distress signals. They had drilled holes in the skulls of the men and had sucked their brains out. Somehow controlling the men through this method, the bugs had made one of them make the call. Realizing that this was an ambush, the Roughnecks prepared to face an attack, and they were met with an army of warriors, hoppers, and tankers. The Roughnecks were no match to the Arachnids, and many of them lost their lives. The survivors escaped on the DR-8 Skyhook, a landing boat. Since only a small portion of the Roughnecks had arrived on Planet P, the team did not suffer any major damage. Realizing that this was the doing of a brain bug, military intelligence launched another attack on Planet P. Fleet ships and mobile infantry began searching high and low to capture the smart bug. During a rescue attempt of the Roughnecks, they first spotted the brain bug in a cavern and attacked it with a nuke. The brain bug escaped this attack, but its luck soon ran out as Sergeant Zim swooped in to save the day and seized the bug. The bug was then transported to the Alamo Bay Detention Center on Earth. We don't yet know how well the invasion is going on Planet P. Marvelous verdict. These are all the planets in the Klendathu system. If you had been given a choice to live on any one of these planets, which one would you choose? Would you rather be a trooper, fighting against all odds and driving the bugs to extinction on Klendathu or Planet P? Or would you prefer to live a simple and detached life on Tango Urilla? Personally, Tango Urilla seems quite a chill place to live. A self-sustaining economy and a low crime rate are the stuff dreams are made of. But let us know if you have a different opinion in the comments below. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one, be safe, and thanks everyone.